time to get back to it. So we are currently helping Nico for leaving the cunning hairs in a dead end
Always
hollow.
glad to hear that.
Wait, did she
It's time
ever
to put the
explain why
plan
she
into
left them?
action and-
Anyway, that would be the ethereal dove kid dead and butcher, currently the largest ethereal I've seen to date. Anyway, goal is simple: change the course and speed of the train that's supposed to be
No, the
delivering
train's
ether
coming.
explosives that are supposed to be used for demolition, to be used to stop the butcher. I really should have asked more questions as to the clearly suspicious cat girl at her motives for the cunning hairs, but now reference. Good means never dies. Anyway, this is Frankinia, a weirdly dressed maid with emotional spectrum and anxiety, fear, clumsiness, but wields the deadliest pizza slicer I've seen to date. Anyway, after helping to escort Frankenstein out of the hollow, I feel I should have asked her what she and her group were doing in the area for. Oh well, we finally make it to the
Please
train.
make sure that you and your client are ready.
Go, Proxy!
Careful, Master. Your posterior struck the train roof with considerable force.
This body's even more clumsy than I thought. Just look at these short arms.
Don't be discouraged. Your sibling liked your appearance. I believe tiny and cute was how they described you.
My apologies for not being cute enough normally.
This window is small even for Nekomata.
Now to find the
and
control
she's basically
compartment
a liquid.
and use this
But
food
it's a piece
explosive
of
train
cake for
us.
you.
But then armed guards.
She
Okay,
should still
so
be in
it's
the
clear the
hollow.
Nico
She
is
said she
hiding
had
a lot from
carrot,
us,
but the
and it's
exit
time
is
to actually
probably
get an
pretty far.
answer from
But
that
it's
damn
not all
cat.
bad.
But before any of that, how about some coffee? Just gotta help the shop deliver the coffee to this line of customers. And now, coffee.
Hello there. How about a Tin Master special for a little pick-me-up?
The coffee shop basically gives you a flat amount of energy to use along with a buff to get materials of your choice, with more on the way as you progress through the game. Though having coffee and ramen together, I feel, is the worst combination to have if you don't want an upset stomach. Anyway, this is where you'll be using your energy, or battery charge as it's called, to get materials for your characters to improve their level, skills, and equipment. I find it funny that the HI is using this place as both an arcade and combat/field training for legal proxies to use to get better experience for what they and their agents will deal with, only to also realize that illegal proxies and agent will also use this. Anyway, this place is nice to also test how strong your agents are becoming as well.
I'm in danger! What should we do now? We need to figure out a plan of action quickly! Don't worry. I understand how you feel, Nekomata. But first, we need to have a little chat.
Spill it, you cock.
What's going on? Why the sudden change in tone? The hair on my ears is standing up. Nekomata, this is important, so we want you to be honest. What kind of trouble did you and the cunning hairs get yourselves into exactly? Didn't the news say the train was transporting explosives? Why would it be carrying a bunch of fake PubSec officers? And you reacted so quickly to the enemy. Not like something you'd expect from someone in shock.
Be straight with us. Are you trying to set us up?
Well, about that. If you want support from Phaethon, you better answer my brother and tell us what you're hiding. I'm not trying to hide anything from you guys. I really didn't know there were people on that train. It's just that I've seen guys dressed like that somewhere else. You're totally right. The cunning hairs and I are in big...
To save people? Are you saying that you and Nicole are going on a rescue mission?
That's because it's so ridiculous. I didn't even think I could explain it. We were so busy trying to stop the train earlier. You didn't have time to finish watching the Bang Boo's visual record. But Nicole's Bang Boo actually captured everything on camera. You'll understand when you finish watching it.
So during the Bang Boo's video continues Nico. tells the
What are
cunning
you
hares
talking
that
about?
she a kid
You
running
know
in this
we're in the
hollow,
dead-end
although
hollow,
not
right?
fully
There
convinced.
have been
The
cases
cunning
of small
hares
children
still put a
entering the
lot of
hollows by
effort
mistake.
into searching for the
But the
supposed
direction you're
kid.
pointing,
Nico
Nekomata, is the
seems
original route
surprised
we were
how much
planning.
work the hares
Okay.
trying to find the kid,
Everyone just take
until
a break.
eventually they find the
Keep
kid.
looking in a minute.
Nico's surprised,
Over there!
but it wasn't
Don't
just a
run!
kid. Cause after going through an exit, they find a
This is the
whole
blast
bunch of
zone.
homeless
It
people
was
in the
supposed to be
area they
cleared.
land in.
Why
the
are there so
same
many
area
people?
where the demolition is taking place.
How many are there?
Over 100 at least. Me and Anby only did a rough count of whoever was willing to come out and speak to us. There could be even more.
I thought that Vision said they cleared everyone out days ago.
They say they don't know what's going on. They haven't been able to contact anyone on the outside for a week. I'm guessing Vision has set up jamming devices.
So
You know
we
the
now have
area,
clear
and
as
you're the
to the
most
how the
agile.
hares are in that
Here,
hollow still.
Take my bamboo.
Well, no
I want
longer
you to
stuck
take
in
it
the hollow.
someplace and get
Vision is
help.
trying saves cost and cover any idea that there are still residents within the blast area, all so that they can
Okay, that's
save
everything.
some time and money.
Nicole told me
So
they'd stay in the
Jiggles tells
construction
Nico
area
to find
collecting
us
victim
to
signatures
get
and
help from
monitoring
us.
Vision's movements. My mission was to find Phaethon and get help. After leaving the others, I went back through the dead-end hollow and came straight to your store. Really, I'm not lying! Nicole and everyone else in the blast zone are in grave danger! Please, Phaethon, you have to help me save them!
We believe you, Nekomata. But as professional proxies, we have to warn you of the risks involved.
Right. In saving all the residents, we'll inevitably come to blows with the Vision Corporation.
Yeah, you don't need to tell me that. I made up my mind ever since I left. All I can think about now is getting everyone out of the blast zone.
Well then, let's work on a rescue plan. Take a look at this map. The cunning hares and the residents are trapped at the Canvas Street station, which is several kilometers away from the surveillance point where Pearl...
But to keep the trapped residents in check, he's transported a number of armed mercenaries pretending to be public security by... Speaking of which, the train that we delayed earlier is almost at its destination, so there'll be even more of them.
We're not strong enough to face them head on, but perhaps we can take advantage of holes in the enemy's defense.
Yeah? What does that mean?
Look, those trapped residents have no ether aptitude, so the mercenaries don't expect anyone coming from behind. With everyone guarding the front, the surveillance point should be relatively unguarded.
That makes sense. We can go around behind them through the hollow and catch them off guard.
Yeah, good idea. And then?
Then, we quickly hijack the train at the surveillance point and go through the hollow to the Canvas Street station. As long as the residents get to the station platform in advance, we can have everyone out of the blast zone in minutes.
How clever! The train itself has some resistance to corruption, so as long as we get them out of the hollow quickly, they won't get affected! Yeah!
Hey, Fairy, can you drive the train out of the hollow and into New Eridu as quickly as possible?
Affirmative. I have already mapped out the shortest route.
No time to waste. Let's get started then.
Nekomata, take this bamboo. Go find Nicole and tell her the plan.
Right! Then, it's crunch time.
We now have the how, but not the why, cause the heirloom thing is an obvious lie. But why?